On July 27, 2019, within the confines of the private Discord server known as Perfect World Void, the day unfolds with its usual laughter and gaming. However, as the clock strikes 3 p.m., a palpable shift in the atmosphere signals an ominous turn of events. A user named Menhaz posts a photo. It's a gruesome image of a woman, her life cruelly ended, her throat slashed. The caption underneath reads, "This is my mother." The reaction from the server members is muted at first, but why? That will be explored soon. 5 minutes pass and Menhaz posts another photo. This time, it's an elderly woman, her throat similarly cut. The server members start to question the authenticity of these images. Is this some sick joke, or a poorly executed Photoshop job? But then, Menhaz posts a chilling message. "Now I killed mom and granny so far, waiting for sister in 5 minutes, and then dad in 1 hour." Menhaz was known for his dark humor and controversial religious posts, which had gotten him kicked off the server multiple times. But this was different. The server members were now taking him seriously. A member named Nicole decides to investigate. She searches Google for the images Menhaz posted, but finds nothing. These weren't downloaded images. They were taken by Menhaz himself. The horrifying realization dawns on them. Menhaz had murdered his mother and grandmother. The server members alert the police, but without any personal information on Menhaz, the authorities are powerless. A close friend of Menhaz on the server is asked if he knows Menhaz's location, but he claims ignorance. The server members are desperate to save the remaining family members, but they're helpless. Meanwhile, half an hour has passed. Menhaz is waiting, weapon in hand, for his sister to arrive. What happens next is a story for another time. But first, let's take a step back and look at Menhaz and his family. What drove him to commit such heinous acts? To understand that, we need to delve into his past. In 1980, a story of aspirations and dreams began to take shape. A man by the name of Menhaz Zaman departed from his native Bangladesh in pursuit of a more promising future in the vast landscapes of Canada. Here, he secured employment as a taxi driver, a role he excelled in, earning him the respect of his employers and occasional bonuses. In this foreign territory, he encountered a woman named Mumtaz Begum. Their relationship wasn't new. They had known each other in the past. Love flourished between them, culminating in their marriage in the chilly Canadian winter of 1994. 2 years subsequent to their marriage, their family expanded with the arrival of a son, Menhaz. A further 2 years passed, and they were blessed with a daughter, Mailsa. Menhaz and Mumtaz lavished their children with affection and care, dreaming of a thriving future for them. They envisaged their daughter becoming a doctor and their son an engineer, careers that would ensure their children wouldn't have to endure the hardships they had. Menhaz's diligence bore fruit, enabling them to purchase a modest house and later additional properties. The rental income from these properties was entrusted to Mumtaz, a responsibility she managed competently. By 2006, they had relocated to a spacious 4-bedroom house. Menhaz, the shy and studious boy, found solace in the virtual world of gaming. His parents were overjoyed when he secured admission to York University, a prestigious institution. Their hopes now rested on Menhaz, especially as their daughter Mailsa had fallen into bad company. But as the saying goes, man proposes, God disposes. Their dreams for a secure future were about to take a dark turn, a twist that would lead to their downfall. Little did they know their son, the beacon of their hopes, would become the architect of their doom. Unbeknownst to them, in the shadowy corners of the online gaming world, Menhaz found solace. His journey began when he stumbled upon a server called Perfect World Void. This digital realm became his sanctuary, a place where he could indulge his passion for gaming and form bonds with fellow gamers. Menhaz, a recluse in the real world, found companionship in this virtual one. He spent countless hours immersed in games, his fingers dancing over the keys, his mind lost in the thrill of the chase. His friends knew him as a constant presence, always there, always ready to play. His parents, however, saw a different picture. They believed their son was diligently studying, his eyes glued to the computer screen in pursuit of academic excellence. Little did they know, the glow from the screen was not from textbooks or lectures, but from the vibrant landscapes of his games. Menhaz's life was not without its struggles. He often confided in his friends about the pressure he felt from his parents to excel academically. This, coupled with his lack of freedom, cast a shadow over his spirit. His friends noticed his growing depression, but were helpless to intervene. His obsession with gaming took a darker turn when he started skipping college. Every morning, he would dress for college, but instead of attending classes, he would find a quiet spot to continue his gaming. The truth was, Menhaz was not a student at the prestigious York University as his parents believed. He had been admitted to Seneca College, but his low attendance led to his expulsion. His sister, a genuine student at York University, was oblivious to her brother's deception. She was too engrossed in her own world to notice that her brother, who was supposed to be studying at the same university, was never around. Menhaz's online persona began to evolve as he started posting on the server. His posts, often tinged with dark humor and religious undertones, were unsettling. He was kicked out of the server multiple times, but each time he would apologize and be allowed back in. This cycle continued for 4 years, a grim testament to the double life Menhaz was leading. 4 years had elapsed, and it was time for his engineering studies to conclude. He informed his family that he would be graduating on July 28th. Unbeknownst to them, he had never attended college. Despite this, his family held high hopes and were overjoyed at the prospect of his graduation. Their happiness knew no bounds. On July 25th, they celebrated their wedding anniversary with a house full of guests. He initially mingled with the guests, but soon retreated to his room, ignoring his parents' pleas to stay with the guests. The day passed uneventfully. The following day, July 27th, his father was at work and his sister was out. At home, only Menhaz, his mother, and his grandmother were present. Menhaz first entered his mother's room where she was asleep. Armed with a heavy weapon, he attacked his mother, causing her to faint. He then slit her throat with a knife. Afterward, he took a photo of his mother and uploaded it to Discord. He repeated this gruesome act with his grandmother. The Discord server users alerted the police, but they were unable to trace Menhaz's IP address quickly. By this time, Menhaz had already murdered his mother and grandmother. His sister and father were next. When his sister returned home, Menhaz attacked her. Despite her resistance, she was overpowered and met the same fate as her mother and grandmother. Menhaz uploaded her photo to the server. A few hours later, his father came home. Despite noticing the weapon in Menhaz's hand, he dismissed it as casual. Upon entering the house, he was attacked and killed by his son. Within a few hours, Menhaz had wiped out his entire family. He uploaded his father's photo to the server. The police, now fully involved, began tracing Menhaz's address. A girl managed to find Menhaz's real address from his PayPal account and informed the police. Soon, the police arrived at Menhaz's house. He was waiting outside, messaging his final goodbye to his friends on the server. He felt neither good nor bad about his actions. The police escorted 4 bodies out of the house and took Menhaz into custody. During the interrogation, Menhaz confessed to his crimes, showing neither fear nor regret. He stated that he didn't want his family to know that their trusted child was capable of such wrongdoing. The case went to court, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment with no possibility of parole before 40 years. This means that he will be eligible for parole at the age of 65. That concludes today's video. We have several more videos that you can watch by clicking on your screen. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now.